Good morning again. Another day, another walk to the gym. Trying to pay attention to the concrete here. It's a little dark outside today. It's only a few minutes after 5. Just happened to get up earlier than what I had intended. That's okay. I'm going to do a heavy workout session today. We are leaving tomorrow to head to the island of San Andreas. I think we take off at about 8:30 a.m. So I think the way I'll rearrange these 2 days is to do a heavy lifting workout today. And then we'll probably get up because the gym doesn't open until 5. And I think we'll be leaving shortly after that to head to the airport. So I'll probably get up tomorrow morning and run outside, barring any rain. So I may try to film in the gym this morning. I'm not sure yet. You know how that goes. It depends on how crowded it is. Otherwise, welcome to another day. Ooh, that's some nice light there. And another walk to the gym.
Good morning. Our little... There's 2 of them today. 2 turtle friends. Good morning, everybody. I know I didn't pop up on camera a whole lot yesterday. I was really busy trying to finish our videos from our weekend at the farm. And I was on and off the phone with my family quite a bit yesterday. So I didn't really have time to film a whole lot or talk to the camera much. I took Abra out on really short walks throughout the day, but I didn't film anything. But not much went on other than what you saw yesterday, and I think today is going to be another pretty uneventful day. This is Wednesday. It's a work day for everybody, but we are dropping Abra off tonight at Kronikas, which is her vet and boarding and daycare and groomer, because the 4 of us are going tomorrow for a 4-day long weekend to an island in Colombia. We have to fly there. It's called San Andreas Island. And there's going to be a lot of like snorkel and scuba and ocean and island adventures this weekend. So we're all super, super excited. Hasn't been a super exciting week, but we're so excited for the weekend. So I'm not really awake yet, just out here with Abra's little potty stroll. And we're going to vlog one more day as we get ready. And then we'll have a big, exciting weekend coming up.
Better not.
Just pets, maybe. Maybe just pets.
I just got home from the gym. This one was ready to say hello.
She's such a baby in the mornings.
I didn't get to talk to the camera. I had a family phone call, but I did the weight workout that I said I was going to today.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, it was a nice little workout.
We've had a lot of family phone calls in the last couple days.
Strength in. We're going to go scuba all weekend. So
yeah. I need to go to the pool today when it opens and get my swim skills back real quick. Alright, it's about 10 o'clock and I have finished editing all of the vlogs that I'm actually 100% caught up. I'm not sure this has ever happened since we came to Colombia, but I'm 100% caught up. I've done everything from the weekend. I've done everything from earlier this week. I have actually nothing to do. So I think I'm going to sit here and go through all of the people that we subscribe to as a channel, make sure I'm up to date on what all of our friends are doing. That would be Mustang and East Florida Coast Explorer and Roadie with Rich and the Adventure Lees, Artful Adventures. I know I'm forgetting, did you see that? I know I'm forgetting some of our other friends, but I want to make sure I'm up to speed. I try to watch almost everything that our friends post, but I want to be sure that since I have a few extra minutes, that I know what all of our friends are doing, and maybe I can update you in this vlog. Did you see that? Went to a really neat, like Broadway type show.
Okay.
That came somewhere near his town. You know, he lives in England, I think in Manchester. It's called The Untold Story of Ursula the Witch, and it kind of reminds me, I don't know, I'm getting Hamilton vibes, but not in a bad way because I really didn't like Hamilton. But the set reminds me of Hamilton a lot. But it's a musical about Ursula from The Little Mermaid.
Interesting.
I know.
Kind of a wicked take on.
Yeah, he just shows one song that they perform, but man, I'd like to see the whole show. I really would. Did You See That does some cool stuff, and he watches some cool movies too. This next channel that we like to watch is Iron Direct Primary Care. I don't watch all of his videos because some of them are really, really long, but if he posts ones that are shorter where I can get like some bite-sized knowledge, I really like watching him. He's that guy that lives in Indialantic.
Oh yeah.
Just very close to where we lived in Florida.
Yeah.
I don't know how we never crossed paths with him because we have so much in common.
And it's such a small city as far as that goes.
Raw milk, chiropractic care, holistic lifestyle. He's talking about how I watched this whole video. He believes that doing a cold plunge before you do your strenuous workout is way more beneficial than doing your strenuous workout and then doing your cold plunge.
I could get on board with that.
I feel like if you break a sweat, don't you want to jump in the cold water? But he's saying that it actually does more for you if you do it before instead of after.
It almost like stimulates the system.
Yeah.
And then you go work out.
It has to do with your immune response.
I agree with that. I think the one thing that I might challenge is the whole study of warming up the muscles prior to working out because of, range of motion.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were to get into a cold plunge before working out, would that stiffen? How responsive would the muscles be?
Don't know. He didn't actually cover that in this little video.
But then there's such contradictory studies out there that say you don't have to warm up before you go work out anymore. That was an old thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But I could do either. I think cold plunges before or after a workout.
Next, I've already watched this entire video, and I'm hitting it again just to give him some watch time hours. But this is Todd Venture. He lives somewhere in North Carolina, and at this particular time, he's going through my hometown. He's posted several videos now about Oakboro, North Carolina. Today he posted the Oakboro Regional Museum. Remember, we've driven past it before. I've been through it. He kind of blasted through the museum, but he gave you a good idea of what is there. If you're really interested, you'd probably want to go check it out for yourself. But
Interesting.
A lot of farming history. There was some little model-size houses, some old clothing. He's also posted the Oakboro Cruise In. He's posted a walkthrough of Oakboro. So it's been really neat watching his Oakboro content. This is the town I was born and raised in, and I'm not even sure if 2,000 people live in it. Very, very, very tiny town. Still have family that lives there today. Todd Venture also went to Carowinds and did the water park. This is a video I don't have time to watch right now because it is kind of long. It's 31 minutes, but I'm going to come back and watch it later. Michael and I used to have season passes to Carowinds. Carowinds is a really cool water park if you're from North Carolina. It's on the North and South Carolina border. So half the park is in one state and half the park is in the other state. They have some fantastic roller coasters.
They do a neat job of doing that when you walk through the entrance on how you have them.
Yeah.
They have 3 really, really rock star coasters too.
And they have a water park too. The water park is freaking awesome. I absolutely love their water park. It's for being a theme park that isn't specifically just a water park. It's a rock star.
Yeah, agreed.
Rock star water park. So I'm going to come back and watch this later because he's talking about how Cedar Fair and Six Flags have merged.
Yeah, yep.
So it'll be interesting to see. We haven't been there in quite a few years now. It'll be interesting to see how the water park has changed.
I know. I'd like to go. I'd like to go back at least once this year. That would be neat.
Yeah, maybe we'll come back and watch this video together. Did You See That is also reviewing. Mostly he reviews movies on his channels. And he's talking about the Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2.
Oh, God, the second one?
He hated the first one, but he gave the second one a try. And
no better, I bet.
Yeah, I cannot consent to watch these movies. Michael wants to watch them with me, but I'm just like, no.
I know? I don't. I mean, it's just such terrible knockoff of... I wish Disney hadn't given up that IP.
Well, they didn't create it in the first place.
But that's true. And we've seen the original dolls, haven't we, in the public library in New York City. That was cool. Anyway,
he's fun to watch. He's got a really cool accent. He's from England, and it's just fun to watch him talk about things. So this was an interesting one. I've actually already watched this video, and I'm just giving him a second watch through.
Wasn't he one of our first commenters?
He was the first person who ever left us a comment on our channel. Yeah, he sure was. Did you see that? His name is Mike, but we've been calling him Z for obvious reasons.
Yeah, right.
Hi, Mike. If you're watching this, hi there. Carolina Tony is another channel that we watch. He obviously lives in North Carolina, and he's covered a lot of places that we've been to before. I don't know if he's ever watched our channel though. However, what I thought was funny about this video that popped up in my feed, I had never ever heard of Bishopville, South Carolina before just a couple weeks ago when Michael and I drove home from Florida. We actually stopped in Bishopville, and I was filming as we drove through the town. I felt like I was in the middle of absolutely nowhere, but there was a lot of Revolutionary War history there. But apparently, he just posted a video about the Bishopville Lizard Man Stomp.
Say what?
I guess they had some kind of a sighting, sort of akin to like the Mothman or, you know, the Frogman or whatever. Somebody back in the, I think the 1980s is what Tony said, saw this like monster crawl out of a swamp that looked like a lizard with red eyes. Lizard with red eyes, yeah. So now they have an annual Lizard Man Stomp, and he's sharing. I thought this just looked cool as hell. But, you know, it's just one of those weird things where you never ever hear of something, and then you hear of it 2 times back, or 3 times, or 4 times back to back to back. And I'm like, I never heard of Bishopville, South Carolina. And this is twice in 2 weeks I've heard of it. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Roadie with Rich is another channel we really like. We just found him recently. Or actually, he found us, I think. He lives, I guess, very close to us because he's started posting a lot of content from Melbourne, Florida. Okay. So he actually reviewed the Fat Donkey ice cream place. Now, that was like 300 feet from where we used to live, our house in Florida.
Yeah, very close.
It was so funny to see him post that. But he and his family traveled to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and rented a cabin. It's a beautiful cabin. And then he went up the Space Needle, which I've never done the Gatlinburg Space Needle. Been to Gatlinburg many times in my life. But anyway, most of his content is Florida content. So if anybody out there wants to see Florida, I would highly recommend his channel. He does cool stuff. He's been to Sebastian Inlet. He does exactly the kind of stuff I used to do. Kind of makes me wonder how we never crossed paths, but
I know.
He's in our neck of the woods and covering the kind of things we like to watch. So I've already watched this video. I'm giving him a second full watch because I know how we all feel about wanting them watch time hours. Hi there, Rich. I hope you had a great vacation with your family. I would have loved to have seen more of Gatlinburg because it's been a lot of years since I was in Gatlinburg, and I really, really miss it. Kind of feeling like a Smoky Mountain trip might be in our near future.
Well, I mean, it's the fall. Does it get any better than North Carolina-Tennessee border in the fall?
It does not. We really like this channel. This is the Adventure Lees. This is a mom and her daughter. One of them is Emmy, and one of them is Heather, but I get them confused. But they go by the Adventure Lees because that's their middle names. But they are so happy and positive and such fun people. And they must live in Orlando or somewhere close to Disney because they post Disney content almost every single day. They've been posting a lot about the new Tiana's Bayou adventure. I was really sad that we lost Splash Mountain, but I understand why we lost Splash Mountain.
Yeah, sure.
And they're trying the new beignets, which I think was a special flavor for opening day or something.
Ooh,
I did catch that this Lee, I think this one's Emmy. I'm pretty sure Emmy is the daughter, but I could be wrong. I really don't want to. I'm only like 56% sure because I keep forgetting. She said she liked the other flavor, that the OG flavor. She liked it better. But they have done several ride-throughs on this new ride, so we're really excited if we can ever make it back to Disney to check it out. And I'd love to bump into them because they're such nice, just radiantly happy, positive people. East Florida Explorer is one of my favorite friends on YouTube that we've made so far because I'm not sure where he lives, somewhere north in Florida of where we were. But he goes around doing the kind of stuff I like. He does iron historical markers. He does a lot of cemeteries. I absolutely love his cemetery walkthroughs. Wherever he lives clearly has more cemeteries than where we lived because we were kind of had a hard time actually finding any. He finds, for every single Sunday, he's got a Cemetery Sunday video. And he just walks you through and shows you how old the cemetery is and some of the more interesting or notable headstones, tombstones, markers, that kind of thing. He also goes around and digs up a lot of dumps. I'm sure there'll be another video to pop up here shortly where people back in like the olden days would throw their trash. Well, he likes to go take his equipment and go digging through it. So he finds a lot of glass bottles, like artifacts and stuff like that. Kind of like a little treasure hunt. His treasure hunt videos are like super fun to watch. So if anybody is looking for a good Florida channel, I highly recommend East Florida Explorer. Florida Flip Flops is another one of our favorite channels. They found us first, I think, and they always leave a nice like and a comment on our videos when we post a Florida content. But they're over in Naples, I feel like Naples is on the west coast of Florida, isn't it? Isn't that Gulf?
I thought it was below or somewhere around West.
I don't actually know where Naples is, but they have completely sold me on Naples because they do these videos just like you're watching here,
It's going to be older than where it was, where we were in Florida.
where they just walk through and show you Naples, Florida, just like a random
Nope,
street.
you're right.
West Coast?
Below Fort Myers.
Yeah,
on
I
the
thought
West
it was
Coast.
West Coast.
My bad.
But they just show you the beaches and the towns and the shopping and the restaurants and just a little walkthrough video, usually without any like talking or anything, just some music or maybe some ambient noise. But man, Naples just looks like such a beautiful place. Probably would have never ever been interested in it, but after watching their content,
No, yeah.
I really want to go now. Really like Florida flip-flops. Artful Adventures is another channel that we like to watch. This couple, they're very creative and craftsy and make a lot of art, but they share more on YouTube their road trip adventures. They are, I don't know if they're living in this bus or just maybe taking extended travels in it, but they've taken a school bus and completely outfitted it to live in like an RV. And they just drive around having cool adventures. They do a lot of museums and historical houses. And they've done some of the same ones I've done. I saw they went to Lawndale. Actually, they went to Lawndale about almost the same exact day that I did. And they had the same tour guide that I did. And they filmed their entire experience of Lawndale. But I enjoy their road trip adventures a lot. They're funny and they listen to a lot of 80s hair metal. So it's fun to like ride along with them and have adventures with
That's
them.
right up your alley.
Pretty sure they live in Florida, and I don't know where in Florida, but it must be somewhere near us because pretty much everything that they've covered that I've seen pop up in my feed, I have either been there or know exactly where it is. So they must not be too far from us. If I had to guess, I'd say they might be up towards like Daytona, New Smyrna, but that is
Nice.
totally a
Okay.
guess just based off their content. They had some bus troubles in this video. Their
Uh-huh.
door kept blowing open and they kept losing things, and then they got like a tire kind of flat. So, and now they're watching the space launch live on their cell phones.
Oh,
So Artful Adventures is really fun. If you're into this kind of content, they're great. I really like them because it's kind of nostalgic. Their school bus is painted army drab green and white. And I grew up with a school bus also that my dad had gutted and turned it into an RV. And it was also painted olive drab green. And we took it around in the summer to fiddle conventions and bluegrass festivals. And at the time, I think I absolutely hated it because it was miserable and hot and we didn't have any air conditioning and all we had was like a fan. Now I love that life. I'm sitting here sweating with no air conditioning, no fan, no nothing, and I absolutely love it. But as a kid, I didn't love growing up in the school bus. Now I have a lot of nostalgia about it, and seeing Artful Adventures and their school bus adventures has just been like, it's been hitting sweet. Here's East Florida Explorer again. This is him digging through a dump. I have already watched this entire video, and unfortunately he only found like 2 bottles in this video. He usually finds lots of cool stuff. But he'll take you right along for the dump. You don't have to get your hands dirty or anything. You just watch him paw through the dirt and show you what he finds. This channel, and I'm not sure I'm pronouncing this right, Sufluk Canines. This is another channel that I like to watch. This is the wife, her name is Shanna, of my brother's lifelong best friend. Marshall and I met Shane and his sister Jennifer when we were like 5 and 7 years old, so we've known them our entire lives. Shane and Marshall have always been close. Shane is married to Shanna, and Shanna raises long-haired German Shepherds. She has a really incredible setup where she, gets the puppies like ready to go home by teaching them about nail trims and external stimulation and grooming and baths, and she takes them to environments where they're exposed to a lot of different things. There's a whole lot that goes into breeding and raising puppies that I don't know anything about. I really enjoyed watching this video. This is my second watch through it because she's showing you everything that she's going to send home with her puppies when they go to their new homes. And I can't believe how much stuff she thought about. She's got food, puppy pads, wipes. She's got all different kinds of toys that she approves of, treats that she approves of, grooming supplies for the puppies, some like bones that she trusts them to chew on. And then this right here, I didn't get to talk about it before it went out of frame. She actually takes puppy blankets and puts them in with the mom and all the siblings so they smell like the mom and all the siblings.
We
And she
did
sends you
something like
home
that.
we kind of did with a stuffed animal to make it smell like us, but she does reverse. She sends you home with the smell of the mom and the other the other dogs in the litter. So I just cannot believe how thoughtful this little package is she's put together. Everything you could possibly need. I had to buy all this stuff on my own because everything is here. Your microchip information is here. A vaccine schedule is here. Everything. So.
All we got was Abra and a bill of sale.
Yeah, Shanna she has really made a successful business out of this, and she cares about her dogs and her puppies. It's so obvious. She posts all kinds of videos, like almost every day, of the dogs. So if you're one of the people who is going to be getting a dog from her, you are super lucky, and you can watch every day of your dog's development just about until you come and pick it up. So I think Shanna does outstanding. If you're looking for a long-haired German Shepherd, this is who I highly, highly recommend. The face she makes when we're going to the pool without her. Stay here, baby. Stay with your Uncle Marshall. All right, it is noon exactly. We're taking a lunch break on time today.
Yeah.
To come get some UV. It is 88 degrees, very humid. UV is 7. I think that's the highest we've gotten. Of course, we had like straight 9s and 10s in Florida, but
That's true.
a UV of 7 is the highest UV I think we've gotten in the whole month we've lived here now.
And look how cloudy it is, though.
Well, I know, but it's blue skies and sunny. This is what we're working with. Isn't that gorgeous? Seems like our luck has just been, we've had a lot of rainy days and cloudy, dark gray days. We haven't had a UV 7 yet. I'm very excited, but this might be burnable. We probably should limit the time we're actually out here, don't you think?
Let's see. Yeah, We'll check back in.
And we got the pool to ourselves. I haven't been able to film here in a few days because every time we've come out, there have been some little girls out here playing. They're super well behaved, but I just wouldn't want to catch them on film. So didn't come out here yesterday. The pool was closed for maintenance yesterday. We got to get our UV real quick so we can go on our trip this weekend. One more pan around. Absolutely lovely. Cannot wait.
She looks pitiful.
How come every time she begs me to pet her and then I pick her up to love on her and she's like, will you rescue me?
I didn't want this.
This is more love than I wanted.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting ready to make dinner, and I think it just started raining. Is that what I'm hearing out here?
Well, it's one of those weird days where I hear it and I see it over there. Oh yeah, I guess it is raining. Can you look down?
Yeah, there we go, in the
Look
back.
how far apart the raindrops are.
I'm not taking my phone over the ledge.
They're like 6 inches between every raindrop.
That's crazy. It's sunny over here on the left.
It's so weird because when we're this high up, like just a while ago, I saw a bird come swooping through here, and I thought, our balcony, it's
I thought it was going to come
higher
inside.
than the birds are flying.
I know.
We're looking down, and I can see the raindrops falling so far, but there's so much, there's so few raindrops, you can see huge spaces between them.
Julie wants an arroyo.
Arroyo, my favorite days of the week. I'm so happy they happen on weekdays. You don't interrupt our weekend. I've been trying to boil 4 eggs for lunch. They've been on the burner on high. Somebody turn the burner down. For like 15 minutes. The water just will not boil. So I made a steak for lunch instead. I don't know what I'm going to do with these now.
I don't know how much I have here. I know it's at least a pound. We think it might be, closer to 1.5 pounds of ground beef. Have the Gran Padano cheese I'm going to have with it. We can't find good mayo, so again, I use the sour cream and some mustard. And Jules has, what do you have?
I have
How
a
much?
steak. I have 4 eggs I'm trying to boil because I wanted steak and eggs for dinner.
Uh-huh.
But the water has been on high for like 15 minutes and it still isn't boiling. But
Uh-huh.
eggs will come later. This
Okay.
is my steak. I have forgotten Punto Gordo, I think is what they call it.
Uh-huh.
It's very delicious. It's a very thick, fatty ring, just the way I like it.
Awesome. Oh, and your juice from yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember
Yeah.
what the name of the juice was. Mary, what was the juice from yesterday called?
Sapote.
Sapote. It's a new fruit. It's not my favorite, but it is pretty good. I'm trying to finish it off because we're cleaning out leftovers.
Yeah, I know.
We're going to be gone for a few days. I learned my days of the week, meal prepping for Abra. Getting her little meals ready to take her to daycare here shortly and drop her off with her little snacks and meals. Say bye-bye.
I still hear her. I don't know if she's made it up the steps yet, but nope.
I
still
still
here?
hear her, yeah. We just dropped Abra off at, can we cross?
There's her there.
Oh, we can cross, right? Just dropped just dropped Abra off at daycare for the weekend. It's about 5 o'clock and she started barking right away. She's happy to be here. I can just tell. She gets all She gets all spunky and her tail's wagging, and then she turns and looks at us and starts barking like she's mad that we're gonna leave her here, but she has a good time. I know.
But then they take her and she goes right along with them and jumps
I
on them.
know. She loves the ladies that work here.
The vet that checked her out when we first brought her in was downstairs. He was
I
leaving
saw
for the day.
him. Yeah.
And he asked me if she was doing okay, and I said she's doing very well.
Oh, he asked you? I didn't.
Yes, and he said, "Oh, you're bringing her to the hotel," and I said, "Yes," and he said, "Okay, bueno." And then he shook hands with me, and I thanked him, for everything that he did, because I really liked. We had a really good experience with him. So
I don't think I told the vlog this, but yesterday, everyone communicates with WhatsApp down here. And yesterday, I sent a message on WhatsApp to ask if we could drop her off today and get her a reservation for boarding. And I didn't realize I was texting the vet, not the boarding side. And the vet hopped on the WhatsApp and started asking all these questions about how is Abra, how's she feeling, how's she doing, how's she eating. And I described in detail her elimination, and he's like, this isn't the boarding that you thought you were talking to, but I just wanted to check on her and make sure she's okay. We turned here, right?
Yeah.
I said, we'll bring her in anytime you need to examine her. He's like, no, we'll be here all weekend. We'll see her then.
Great. I mean, they're
so fantastic.
Yeah.
I've had awesome vets and I've had awesome boarding, but I've never seen such a
combo.
A combo, a one-stop shop like this. Yeah. So we really like them a lot.
Yeah, we do.
And so does Abra.
Yeah.
Marshall and Mary are on their way to the gym, so they actually dropped us off in the car. Then they're going to work out. So we're walking back home. I guess you see this route about every day, but
every day, and so does the vlog.
I've edited a lot of videos of you in front of that fence right there.
Yeah.
I think we passed your gym and I didn't even see it.
No, we went a block down, and it was a block further over. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we are leaving tomorrow. I didn't realize how early we're leaving. 5:50 in the morning for an 8 o'clock flight. The airport is 45 minutes.
Flight.
Yeah, the airport's 45 minutes away. But we got to stop and pick up Mari's brother, who's actually going to take the car after we get to the airport and drive it back to his house. And apparently they shut down check-in for this flight early, so we do have to be there. Mary's scheduled it out where we have plenty of time. So it's going to be an early morning, which means for me it's going to be an early night.
For me too, because I might get up anyway and run outside. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see. I was told.
There's that house I love.
Oh yeah.
I love that house.
I was told that I would have plenty of pavement to run this weekend. Apparently on the island they do triathlons. So the place that we rented to stay over the weekend, I just have to run right out to the street and it's going to be paved, or the sidewalks are going to be paved. So that's good.
I'm very excited.
Very excited.
This is our street. This is Calle 90. And I'm only saying that because I was just chatting with our friends that we talked about this morning, the Adventure Lees, Heather and Emmy. They were live in the video. Wait, let me show Calle.
Okay.
They were live in a video from Disney today. And I got on there and they're like, Julie, are you watching us from the beach in Colombia? I was like, not on a random Wednesday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Julie got to work. But we were talking about Spanish and Spanish words. And there was a band playing. Their name was La Calle. And I believe her name is Heather, the mom. She was like, how do we say that? Is that pronounced Calle? And I was like, yeah, like yippee Calle. And it's just funny. It made me think of that. And it's the day that I introduced all of our YouTube friends. So anyway, we are almost home. This is our building we're looking at right here.
Yep, one more block.
I just lied to everybody. Our building is that one, not this one. They look the same to me.
I made that mistake the first time too.
Sometimes they look kind of the same to me.
You know how I know?
How?
The playground equipment's not right there.
Oh yeah, with a big hole in it.
Yep.
I have filmed that too many times. I need to stop, I think. Those little kids are gonna get hurt.
Pretty house.
It is. I think this is the house Mari said the power bill was something outrageous because they run the AC all the time.
Oh.
I am interested to see what our power bill is about to be. It should be coming up due in a couple more weeks. Little pigeon taking a bath. 2 little pigeons.
How are you, Grandma? Babe.
I'm filming you.
You look really cute
You look so cute.
because we have you on a nice background too.
Yeah, you've got this awesome background of the city behind you.
Hey! Had to get my my drink. I make these drinks out of limes. Limes are very cheap here, like 2
Micheladas.
cents for a lime. So I put a bunch of lime juice and salt in the glass to be electrolyte. I'll take it. It looks so green there. Has it been raining?
We had a little shower yesterday, just enough to bring the humidity back up. But today is, well, it's all dry today.
Where Mari's family lives. So we're just a few blocks away from her parents and family.